I mean, y'all thought we were immigrants. Y'all thought black people, black Americans, African Americans, blacks, us, were immigrants. Hardest lessons, clearly, it's going to take me a long time to learn and figure out is that other people just don't know what I know. I assume that a lot of people know what I know. That's why y'all keep saying that, huh? That makes sense, I guess. The we're next. Y'all think, what? How do y'all not know how long we've been a part of this country? Black people fought in the Crispus Attucks. Did everybody not, at my little church, every Black History Month, there was this huge thing. I'll never forget when I came to my grandma's house. It was a huge package, and it was all of these cards. They were ABC cards, but on every card, letter of the alphabet and an important person from Black history. And that was what we did all February at Sunday school. Like, we learned those cards. We would have to, and then we'd line up at like the Black History program, and we'd have to read them out loud. So I guess I just assumed, oh my God.
A white man or whatever. No. You fucked up. They're going to get you out of here. All they wanted was your vote. They got it now. They don't need you anymore. And they're looking to get you out of here. All right? Now, I don't know how they're going to do that. Maybe somebody in his cabinet can convince him, hey, it's not a good idea to deport these people. They're a big portion of our workforce. And if we deport them, the economy is going to go to shit. I don't know. Maybe they can convince him. And if they do, well, lucky you. But if they don't, you are the prime target. And you voted for it. Even though we tried to warn you. So anything that happens to you, it's your own goddamn fault. You voted for it. That's what you wanted. That's what you're going to get. I have no sympathy for you. Sorry. You know, for all of you who didn't vote for him, I'm sorry that you're going to have to go through this. I truly am sorry. And that's my message to the Latinos for Trump. You won. Congratulations. You might get your ass deported back to Mexico or wherever you came from. Congratulations. Now, to the rest of you that voted for Trump, you sold out your country for the price of eggs, the price of gasoline, interest rate on loans, the price of houses. You were too selfish and too fucking greedy to do the right thing. No, you wanted to do something for yourself. Fuck the country. Well, you screwed yourself and the rest of us in the process. That man is too stupid to run this country. If he does what he's planning to do with the tariffs, you think prices were high under Biden? You're about to find out how high they can go. You're going to have to choose between groceries and rent. If you're already in that situation, I'm sorry for you. But if you were in that situation and you voted for Trump, well, then you just fucked yourself even more, because it's going to get worse. You think you won. The only thing you won was the election. You lost your country. You lost your self-respect. You lost your freedom. If Trump does all the things that he said he was going to do, we're in for a world of hurt. All of us. All of us. Hopefully we can survive it, but I don't think we're going to be able to. That man is a total idiot. And if they don't have anyone watching him and steering him in the right direction, we are all screwed. But hey, you did it. I'm going to be here to remind you about it. Hopefully, I don't have to leave the country, but if it comes to that, I'm ready. I've got an out. Hopefully, you do too. Have a good day.
Now people are saying that Latinos didn't know that Black Americans are not immigrants. Child, I just don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Yo, people next! Yo, people next! Hands to that motherfucker! Yeah, get the fuck out of here! You're gonna go to hell! Don't be praying for Jesus, because I know you pray for Jesus, bitch!
This comment was racially motivated because you had a Hispanic ICE agent and you had a white ICE agent, but you targeted the black ICE agent. No smoke for your own people and no smoke for the white man. No Child Left Behind failed y'all tremendously because Black Americans will never have an issue with ICE. Black Americans are U.S. citizens. If it wasn't for Black Americans, they wouldn't even be over here. Y'all wouldn't even be over here. Learn your history. The Immigration Act of 1924 was only for white European immigrants, and they discriminated against non-European immigrants until the Immigration and Nationality Act of 1965, which was brought to you by Black Americans. If you're going to be racist or anti-black American, at least be educated. Be educated while you're doing it. But anyway, salud, and may St. Christopher look over you.
I have been seeing a lot of posts from Latin people and Mexican people with this message to black people. They're saying that you all are next. Can I tell you a little secret? Black people in America, we're not immigrants. We're United States citizens, so we can't be deported. For you all to say, oh, black people next, we're not immigrants. We were born and raised in the United States of America. Our ancestors worked this land, and we are United States citizens. So stop making that post talking about you all are next to black people. It doesn't make any sense because we're not immigrants.
So wait, people really thought that African Americans were immigrants? Yeah, I know y'all lying. Don't immigrants go like on their own? If they, they go to a particular country on their own accord, because they may be trying to get away from whatever. We ain't come here because we wanted to be here. We still don't want to be here. Hell, we hoping that they maybe put us out and send us somewhere. Well, what do y'all mean y'all thought we were immigrants? Immigrants? Y'all know the story of how we got here? Do that make sense? Like, this world is so disillusioned about African Americans. We're descendants of Africa, but we've been here for hundreds of years. We're not first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, fifth generation. Like, we've been here. We built this country. The foundation of this country is built by African Americans. We didn't come here because we want to be here. Like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all thought we were immigrants. Immigrants? Who? Where? Immigrants? I got papers to prove I ain't no immigrant. Like, some of the stuff that I hear on social media is correct. Like, for real, y'all thought we were immigrants. Come on now. Stop playing. We don't want to be here now. Get us out of here.
Hear me out. I want y'all to hear me out. So, you remember people kept saying, but you guys, what are you going to do when you guys are next? When black people are next? Because after us, what are you going to do? Because they're going to be after you. So, you are that unaware about what's been going on in the black community for centuries that you think that we haven't been oppressed. Are you kidding me? That blows my mind. And you expect me to run to want to help you? Our babies been getting snatched up out our arms. Our houses been getting burnt up. Our fathers been getting killed. Our mothers been getting raped. We been getting charged with stuff we didn't do. Kids been getting snatched up and locked up for crimes they did not commit. So, when you see me say, I'm stepping back, this y'all fight, y'all got it, I sincerely mean it. I'm resting and I'm raising my children. That's what y'all did. And you still don't get it. Crazy.
Man, what's going on TikTok? How y'all doing? Hope y'all having a wonderful day. But check this out. Man, I noticed something with this deportation thing. I just couldn't figure it out. I said it in my video, but I just never thought about it. These people keep saying we're going to get deported, we're going to get deported, we're going to get deported. They projecting because we the only people that didn't immigrate here. We didn't migrate here. We not refugees to come over here. We not in the immigration system. We didn't have to pledge allegiance and denounce another country just to live here. We didn't do none of that. We not anchor babies. Our parents didn't come over here, didn't had us here. None of that. But they have. They have. And they hate that. They jealous of that. They jealous of that. Because number one, they thought they were going to be our replacement. They was working on it. I ain't gonna lie, they were working real hard to be our replacement. Then number two, they came over here to colonize us. But when they found out that Trump made it a way where we are emancipated people. We are children of slaves. We can't be deported. They hate that, and that bothers them. That jealousy and envy bothers them because they already come over here with jealousy. They already come over here with envy. But now they see we can't go nowhere. Now they want us to be scared with them. They want us to be scared of if we see an unmarked car drive past our house. They want our heart to be beating fast, you know what I mean? When we go to restaurants and we see ICE come take somebody, they want us to be scared with them. And we just out here popping fans, you know what I'm saying? Well, them fans, we just popping fans, having fun, enjoying life, talking, trying to get our money right, trying to see what's going to happen in the future. We ain't even thinking about ICE. We're not even thinking about being deported like they is. They want us to be scared like them. They want us to be worried like them. You get what I'm saying? That, and I'm like, damn, bro, like they really are jealous of us. Not just the Africans and Caribbeans, the Mexicans are jealous of us. Because they mad because they not part of the 14th Amendment. They not. There's a lot of white people not part of the 14th Amendment either. They jealous of that, bro. We can trace our family to the 1700s. Some people can go far back than that. And they don't like it. And they jealous of it. And they hate it. I know it burns them up. Like all the contempt, all the anti-blackness they say about us, the rhetoric, the stereotypes, all that stuff they spew. And that one thing they can't get is the citizenship like we have. We emancipated people and they hate that. Ooh, they hate that. That burns them up. That's why they doing these scare tactics on us. That's why they doing all these things, because they want us to be fearful, just like them, of being deported.
Latinos have to be more delusional than J-Lo thinking she's really Selena to believe that black people can be deported in their own country and that black people are immigrants.
Are you people insane? What are you talking about?
Through my short tenure on this app, having conversations with people throughout the diaspora and people from around the world, it has come to my attention that many do believe that black people are actually immigrants in the country that we hail from. This is why we get hit with, where are you from? And when somebody says Georgia or New York or Detroit, they're like, no, where are your parents from? And I'm like, New York. They don't get it. And it's like, you arrived here as an immigrant and you think America is a white country. America has never been a white country. America has always been a multi-ethnic country in which white people have been the majority of, never been a white country. So you don't look at a black person or a native person and be like, oh, you're really American. That's just the reality of this country. We'll always say the only real Americans in this current iteration of America we have are white people, black people, and Native Americans, because those three people have been here since before the inception of America and during the creation of America. Everyone else came after. All the other European immigrants came through Ellis Island. The Italians, the Polish, the Jewish people, the Greeks, all of those people are later additions. We've been here since before all of them. So how can a black person be deported? I would implore you to actually know the history of the country you're living in or trying to occupy. And before you speak to someone who is actually a descendant of the people who have been here since the 1700s, do better. Do better. This is a sad attempt at you trying to force my hand to support Latinos because of what's happening right now. I do support everyone, but to say a comment like this is dumb because black people cannot be deported because we're from here. Now, can other black immigrants be deported? 1000%. I have family that can be deported because I have family from all around the world. But I'm American. But that's a different conversation in terms of identity politics and how Afro-Latinos or Caribbean or Africans identify in this current phase of America. Latinos are the ones that are being targeted right now. Asians are the ones being targeted right now. And Latino people have a history of anti-blackness and a history of colorism within their community. You guys are racist towards your own dark-skinned people, your own black people. So you have to stop looking to black people for like unwavering support, and then in the same sentence be like, well, you're next, or you're ghetto, or you're this. And it's like the underlying tones of racism and threats that you guys put in your messaging aren't helping your cause. They aren't helping your cause.
So Latinos, y'all thought we was immigrants? So you mean to tell me y'all thought we was just over here chilling? So that's why you guys are saying that we're next. Man, we was first. And they still ain't stopped coming for us. So, hey, just don't worry about us, man. We gonna take care of us, and y'all take care of y'all, man. Cause we know how y'all look at us, man. And don't try to say that it's not that way, man, because we know it is. We know it.
Y'all know when Latinos and Hispanics be like black Americans are next? They really thought that black Americans are immigrants. And that explains why they voted the way they voted. They try to get us up out of here. But I gotta say to the Latino community, not only did your ESL classes, but the American educational system failed you tremendously. Because black Americans are not immigrants and we're not going anywhere. And this is how ill-informed they are. They really think because they're in the middle between black and white that they're white adjacent, when that's far from the truth. It's only 3 categories that's broken down in this country. You have white Americans, you have non-whites, and you have black Americans. The people in the middle, y'all just extras in this movie. The main characters are the white Americans and the black Americans, and sometimes the Native Americans make a guest appearance. This country spent too much money, trillions of dollars, in painting black people as the bad guys. That's the default, to even get rid of black Americans, as sad as that may sound. And you know who's catching on quick, who's learning the game real quick? Africans and Caribbeans. That's why they're cosplaying as black Americans. They're not cosplaying as black Americans to trick us black Americans. They're doing it to trick white Americans because they don't want to be deported.
What's going on, people? I want to briefly talk about all of this nonsense from migrants just saying to black Americans, your time is coming too. You wait. One day it's going to be your turn. In other words, to be deported. How's that going to happen? And where would they deport black Americans to? Now, you could say, oh, they're going to deport you back to Africa. We've never been to Africa. We have no connections to Africa. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, wake up one morning and the Iceman is knocking on the door, breaking the door down, saying, okay, get up. We deporting you. You going back to Africa, right? And we're like, Africa? I ain't never been to no Africa. Who's in Africa? What part of Africa am I going to? Yeah, you going to send me back to the continent? What country in Africa am I going to? We just going to send you back to Africa because that's where you from. You got family. Who my family in Africa? Where am I going to live in Africa? I don't know nobody in Africa. You just going to just send me back to a place that I ain't never been before? Now you see how stupid that sounds. Now I'm going to make a video on YouTube and I'm going to go in more in depth on that and I'm going to post it on X, okay? So you guys go to X and follow me on X. If you have an X account, formerly as Twitter, go on there and follow me. Fearless J 2008. Fearless J 2008. I'm going to make that video because it makes no sense. Why would you wish bad on somebody, to a people that have done nothing to you? What have black Americans done to migrants and to the Latino community and even the Africans that would tell black Americans, your day is coming too. You just wait. You're going to get deported too. Where am I being deported to? This is my country. This is where I'm from. This is where my ancestors are from. Oh, you's from Africa. Where in Africa am I from? And who's my family in Africa? Once I get to Africa, Who can I call? Right? So tell me, all of y'all that say that I'm from Africa, that I'm going to be deported back to Africa, number one, I can't be deported to a place that I ain't never been before. So how am I going to be deported back to a place that I had never been before? Y'all tell me that. Who's my peoples in Africa? What was my African name? See, you see how stupid that sound, right? So when you say Black American, it's going to happen to you one day. Why would you wish bad on somebody? What did Black Americans do to you? Was it an individual Black American? Did you get jumped? Did somebody take your cookie in school? Were you bullied? For Africans, were you called an African booty scratcher? Because I know a lot of y'all keep saying like, I was bullied in school. I was called an African booty scratcher. And that hurt my feelings. And I had PTSD from being called an African booty scratcher when I was growing up from Black Americans. So now I'm just going to wish that they get deported. What did Black Americans do to y'all to make you want Black Americans to be deported? To not even like Black Americans? Know what I think it is? I think you envy Black Americans. I think Black Americans are comfortable in a position, because y'all are trying to, for some reason, y'all seem to, be spending a whole lot of time, man. It's like Black Americans are living inside your head. You have Black American derangement syndrome, right? It's like, well, Black Americans ain't taking advantage of the opportunities here. Black Americans are committing all these crimes. But what does that have to do with you? Because a few Black Americans, just like from any other race, right? But what does that have to do with you? Black Americans don't work. They lazy. What does that have to do with you? How does that stop you from doing what you're supposed to do? And where are the results of what you've been doing since you've been here? All right? You know what I mean? So why are you all in Black Americans' power? Why are you pocket watching Black Americans? Right? How does that benefit you? How does that give one inkling to your life? How does that affect you? You just watch Black Americans day in, day out. You're trying to find something wrong. It's like, this what so create your own space. Do your own thing. Don't worry about what somebody else is doing. Right? But I made a video on TikTok and I was just supporting Coke. And I really didn't expect to get over 200,000, close to 300,000 views on there. And it's a lot of angry Mexicans and Latinos. Took that quite personal, although it had nothing to do with you. So now a lot of y'all are on there talking about grape Kool-Aid, which I have no idea what that is, and you talk about Africa and go back to Africa and it's going to happen to you. What's going to happen to me? Where am I going to get deported to? Who's going to deport me? Did you not know, and this is historically true, one of the biggest fears that the white man had was for Black people, for Black Americans to wake up and rise up. That's a fear that they've always had. That's why the FBI is always looking for a Black Messiah. And that's why when a Black Messiah, what appears to be a Black Messiah, arise, they end up taking him out, right? Because they fear Black Americans rising up, okay? We are indigenous here, all right? So I don't know what you guys are talking about, man. Do you not know what would happen if they try to deport Black Americans? It sounds stupid. Even me saying this sounds stupid. But do you know what would happen if they try to deport Black Americans to a place that we've never been before, that we know nothing about, that we have no connections to, right? See, it sounds silly. So Y'all need to stop that nonsense, man. Talking about they're gonna deport y'all back to Africa, a place that we ain't never been before. We ain't no Africans, right? Well, I had a chat with Chat GPT. We had an in-depth conversation, right? AI and Chat GPT, and I was asking some questions like, well, that's a good point. It couldn't answer the questions, right? Because if you're telling me that I'm African because we have DNA in African, well, they say every human being descended from Africa. So that means a Chinaman should be African too, you know? So what makes them different than me? Well, we've been away for over 500 years, right? And some even say that we were here before then, but they were transported to Africa and then ended up being transported back here. Therefore, that's where you got the thing, oh, you from Africa. Black people all over this planet, right? You forget the original woman that they found, the oldest bone, was a black woman. So we've been everywhere on this planet, right? So who's to say that we are Africans, man? We're entirely different people. They know that they're different from us. They ain't like us, right? And I think that's why you have so many immigrants that's angry and upset, because they're not in the position that many of us are in, right? Although a lot of us, or you may think a lot of us, don't take advantage of it, all right? But where are we going to be deported to? And who's going to do the deporting? I don't think that's going to happen, because the day that happened is the day that there will be some serious bloodshed here. And that's one of the things that the white man always feared, was black Americans waking up and rising up.
Hi guys, welcome back once again to my YouTube channel. I'm B-Boy. I hope you have watched the full combination of the clips, and all credits goes to the original creator of the video. Hey, okay guys, I really hope you have watched how the Latinos, the Hispanics are so furious, and the manga supporters why black people, they ain't being deported from America. And one thing these people don't know is that these people don't know the history of black people. These people don't really know the history of America. This is the reason why they are saying that black people are to be deported. And these people, they are just having hatred on black people. And I don't know why you can hate your own brothers or your sister because of maybe some issues. We have all seen how black people have gone through a lot when living in these Western countries. To be black people, it has really messed a lot of people that have been through a lot of problems, have been through a lot of everything that you can call on this earth. But one thing I really love about our black brothers is that they usually have strong faith. They usually know how to thrive during the hard times. They usually know how to avoid maybe bad things happening to them. They usually know how to handle situation whenever how hard it is. And this is the reason why maybe these people are just feeling jealous of them. They want these black people to be deported from America because they're just being jealousy of our black brothers and sisters. But one thing we all know is that black people, they were in this America. Black people, they have their own ancestors that are living in America. How can you deport these people? There are other people who really came out and said that this comment really made me laugh a lot. Is that I had someone say, hey, you're going to get deported. Can I get deported and my ancestors was here before Christopher Columbus? We all know Christopher Columbus was in America for a very long years ago, but right now they want to be deported, to deport black people. But black people were in America, black people were there, black people, they will still be there. So this just feeling of maybe just being jealousy of other people, maybe they're just prospering, or maybe they're just doing good in America, it's not a good thing. You should love your own brothers and sisters. And one thing these people, maybe they are feeling that like black people, or they're just feeling jealous of black people, is that they are seeing that their own people are being deported from America. We all know MAGA supporters really went ahead and they voted to deport the immigrants, and these people really thought that black people were immigrants. They really thought that if they vote for the deportation of immigrants, also black people will be deported. And right now we've all seen who really voted against their own interests. These MAGA supporters are these white folks, because right now we've all seen how a lot of people, especially white farmers, they are really losing their farms, they are going bankrupt. They even asking for government to bail them out. And the reason why they are going through this is because they voted out of hatred, they voted out of racism, and they voted against their own interests. And right now they're just feeling the pain, and right now they're just getting to understand that racism is so very expensive. Because how can you vote to deport your own brothers and sisters? And they really thought that if they vote for deportation of immigrants, they thought black people were immigrants, because black people, they have been in America for a very long period of time. They have been there, they will be always be there. And if you can study the history of black very well, you can also find that you will be shocked that maybe white people from black people in America, because you can find that America is a stolen land. And the reason why these people, maybe they just want black people to be deported, is that they're just feeling of, they're just being jealousy of black prosperity. They're just being jealousy of how black, they're really doing well in America. They ain't complaining about this new administration. They ain't complaining about anything maybe that's really happening in America, because you have all seen how MAGA supporters, they have really came out in large number. They are really complaining of how life in America, it has been so expensive, of how the cost of living has really risen up, simply because these people really voted ahead and they voted. They really thought that President Trump will make America great once again, because when he was doing campaign, he really promised them a lot of things. He really promised that he will make sure the price of food stamp has been gone down. He will make sure that to those farmers, he will reduce the tariffs. But right now we have all seen how a lot of people, they are really complaining of how these people are really suffering, because they just voted against their own interest. And another time, someone really came out and say that shows how ignorant they are. They are wishing misfortune on others because they messed up. That person really came out and said that they always say we next or whatever, but they failed to ask a question why they can't deport us, because we have been here since 16th century. I know my family, I have. So black people, we all know they have been live in America for a very long period of time. As you also know, even black, they have their great ancestors who have been in America for a very long period of time. Another person really came out and said that and he really came out and said that the majority of the chosen ones are right here in the United States, born and raised. Our people has been here since the beginning of time. Yeah, we all know black people, they are the chosen one, because we have all seen how a lot of problem black people, they have been through a lot. And one thing I really love about my black brothers and sisters is that they usually have strong faith in God. And this is the reason why, or this is the thing that I really make black people to survive in America for a very long period of time. They have strong in faith in God, and whenever they go through hardship, they usually turn and pray to God, and God, he has been able to be good to them. This is the reason why they've been able to survive even through this harsh condition. They know how to thrive through this harsh condition. And I really love our black brothers and sisters. And these people, they should just stop saying this, that black, why are black not being deported? Because they voted for deportation of immigrant, and they thought that black people were immigrants. That's why they were wrong, because black people, they will be in America, they were there, and they will still live in America, because you all know America also belongs to black people. So guys, we should not just be maybe jealousy of our other people. We should do what is right. We should not vote against our own interests, because you have all seen these people really voted against their own interests, and they're the ones who are really suffering. You should not vote against your own interest. You should not vote to punish your own brothers and sisters, because right now, if you go to buy some food stuff in America, the same price a white person will buy it is the same price a Latino will buy it, is the same price a black people will buy it. So we should not vote against your own interest. We should not vote out of hatred and out of racism. So guys, this video is just for education purpose. If it was the first time you come across my video, don't forget to like this video, subscribe and share. Thank you so much for your time. May God bless you whenever you are. One love.